Woo! That was a good one. That was a good one. All right, so we know up to here. G5. Give me that. Give me that. Give me this. Boom. Wow. 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 Yeah, we can actually brag about this one. That was a good one. All right, so here we are. We already got to 1200, 1100 in our speed run. Now, when I uploaded the video for, breaking 1100, I only showed you the games with the white pieces. Now, some of you said, okay, give me the black pieces games as well. Well, let's do that then. I'm going to do my counter blow as black and then first strike as the white pieces. So Stonewall attack. It looks like they're doing the Stonewall attack. So Stonewall attack as the white pieces, and we're going to do the King's Indian defense, Pierce defense as the black pieces. All right, this is interesting because you get to see how we play against the Stonewall attack. Let me actually go, yeah, knight b to d7, and then we strike the center. I really want to get to e4 if I could bring some backup. I'm not concerned about them taking on e5 because now I could go knight g4. So yeah, I don't think they wanted that. Almost a fork. Wondering if this move makes any sense. I guess they move the knight and then I get f5. I could always go queen e7. I don't want to go rook e8 because this file might be very, very annoying. So let me take care of that. I also thought of just playing knight g4 followed by f5. Okay, this cannot be right. By the way, I hope this is not one of you playing the lines for the new course as white. All right, let me get away from trouble. Still put pressure on the isolated pawn. Now, this is something that I don't want to sound cocky, but a lot of players at this level don't really pay attention to the weak pawns and things like that. All right, I'm already putting pressure. Remember, at this level, the best thing you could do is try to be energetic, fight for the initiative. It's very difficult to defend. We're still not that experienced to know how to defend well. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. I really want to do this. Bishop c4. Yeah, why not? I'm really annoyed by this. I don't think I have to be concerned about it, but I cannot forget about it. The only one thing I really want to do next is improve my bishop, then the rook, and we should be good to go. All right. They really want to hold on to that pawn. Now I could do this or not. B6 bishop, b7, interesting. I don't know. Let me just go bishop d7. I could always go bishop c6. For now, I only want to improve my pieces. Again, I've been telling you this since we started from 600. The important thing is to be okay with a normal position. I don't need to go like crazy and checkmate. I already know I have a better position because of the isolated pawn. Now let me just improve my pieces. That's it. My bishop is better than it was before. My rook is coming in. The only piece that hasn't done anything is coming in soon. All right, so this is just trouble for them. It has to be trouble. So check. There has to be something here for us. Only move because I don't think they want to give us the queen. Now, I'm pretty sure we could take on d3. Is there anything else? No, I don't think so. They could do bishop e3, blocking and attacking. But then I could just move my queen over to defend. Maybe here, maybe b5. Yeah, let me just go to b5. For all I know, I'm up a piece. The only thing I need to keep in mind is simplification. Yeah, I considered that move. I'm just gonna go all the way back. My queen is always defended. That way we cannot say the knight is pinned or anything like that. I'm guessing they want to play before next. Yeah, but then, yeah, I'm just gonna go back in here. That's it. Problem solved. I guess I could have played bishop e4. That was the better move, probably. That was just a better move. Give me the pawn, defending. If you play b5, my queen leaves anywhere I want. But you know, it is what it is. By the way, I'm playing 3-2. If I see that it's that we need more time to explain the moves better and so on, we'll do it. But last time it worked fine. Yeah, that's it. This is just too much now. I consider the move knight d2, but we could always just take this pawn and so on. If that's what we want. What to do? Let me just go back. I could have done a million things, but I think this is good because I'm even pinning that bishop now. So I'm thinking things like taking the bishop or taking the pawn or taking the pawn, followed by taking and then bishop d4. Hitting that rook twice, I'm protecting the knight twice, and I'm threatening to go rook takes bishop, queen takes, bishop d4 with a pin. Not to mention my opponent is really low on time. All right, and now we go to the next one. So we made it to 11-13. Hopefully we get the white pieces now, and here we go. So this is our Stonewall attack. New course came out this week. And then we've talked about this 96 already. We talked about it in the course, and we talked about it in the first video going from 600 to 1,000 to 1,000. All right, we talked about this. We don't really care. We really like our bishop on d3, but we like the pawn on d3 as well. Now, we get control over the center. At some point, I could play for myself with a beautiful center, and we get the semi-open file as well. So I'm just going to castle, pretend like nothing is happening. Let me do this. I like to do knight c3 first and try to play 4. But this is really nice, because now I got away from the pin, right? I played queen b3 to get away from this pin. Then they took care of my threat. And then my knight was able to leave by attacking the bishop. And not only am I attacking the bishop, but I could even try to do something around this. All right, so that's a check. With my knight on e5, it's even stronger. So this is a pattern to be familiar with. And then here, then the bishop is hanging. So that knight couldn't leave. They had to move the king to f8. Knight c6 is interesting, but who am I kidding, right? Give me the free bishop, and that's it. I've said it before. I always tell my students, under 1200, anyone is going to be blundering a piece, free piece, before move number 20. Either you or your opponent is blundering a piece. We just gotta be able to take advantage of it. All right, there's a pinned knight. We're going to put pressure on it. This queen by itself is not going to checkmate me. That's a fact. Well, let me not be so certain. All right, so my opponent resigned, and of course they were already down by a lot of material. So once more, this is straight out of the chessable course, first strike. We don't really care about the knight before. A lot of people really freak out when the knight comes over, but we're just very happy to see the pawn on d3. After that, we kept it quiet, and then very simple idea to get the queen out with a tempo, and then that knight loves to go to e5. You should know that by now. That's it. Simple, simple, simple. All right. White pieces again. Very good. Okay, so this is King's Indian defense. It's looking like it. It could get into Grunfeld territory, not a big deal. There you go. And remember, if we choose, I gave you two different setups to play against it. If we choose this one, we want to play 4 and get into an Austrian attack against the Pierce defense. So d6 was already a King's Indian defense, and we transpose into the Austrian. And as I say in the course, yes, we moved the pawn twice, but it's okay. Now let me ask you to give me the pair of bishops. If I'm playing this as black, I would have played knight c6 instead. All right, put the king in safety. Then how about e c5? I want to play c4. c3 has to be the way to go, but yeah, let me play c3. Keep it simple. All right, I'm always happy to take with the f pawn, open up the f file. That's a lot of pressure. However you want to put it, it is just a lot of pressure. Now, if they took, there you go. We take back. We got hanging pawns. They could be very strong. They could be weakness, or they could be a liability too. For the most part, if we have the hanging pawns, we want to keep them next to each other. That way there are no weaknesses. If we advance them with no reason, then we create weaknesses. Like right now, if I play 5, d5 becomes available. I don't want them to get that. All right, fully developed. Yeah. What to do? Well, let me go back. I'm not gonna give him anything. I don't want to go bishop f4. I mean, they could go queen b6. A little bit annoying. A little bit annoying, anyways. I guess if queen b6 right now, I could do queen f2, but I have to be careful with some tactics. Very, very careful. Okay. See, now they provoked that push. This is interesting. There's a lot going on here. Bishop c4, bishop g6, bishop e7. Looks very powerful. Yeah, it has to be that. It has to be that. You see, and it came down to the file that we open tab. If we go back, right here, when they play 5, we open up the file. And a few moves later, that's it. Now give me the rook. Or move the rook and I enter anyways. Is that a move I did not see? All right, let me just go here, pinning that knight. Okay, so they took. So now do we go to d5 or do we go to e4? Let me go to d5. Fork? Yeah, that was too much. Tactics. All right, we got that one. So far, we've had 2 games back-to-back with the Stonewall attack. And that's it. Just remember to transition into the Austrian attack. Very simple game. When I played e4, again, I would have played it with knight c6. But you know, some people just don't really know how to play against it. It's not every day that you get this e3, e4, and you get into a Pierce defense rather than King's Indian defense. All right, we made it to 1131. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. All right, black pieces. Don't tell me you're gonna play the same. I can't believe it. Okay. So there's no. It doesn't look like it's going to be the Stonewall attack. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna play 5 right away. They don't have the knight on f3, so no need to prepare it anymore. Okay, I'm gonna open up the file. Needless to say that. This cannot be right. It just cannot be right for them. Okay, so that pawn is free if they let me, because, okay, there's a pin. Well, give me the bishop then. We know from Counterblow that this knight loves to go after that bishop. And just like that, we are ahead in development, opposite side castling. This is about going crazy and attacking that king. All right, I'm going to do something here a little bit weird, which is b5. Remember, this is a general chess principle, nothing to do with the openings. Opposite side castling is about opening up lines towards that king. If they had taken with the pawn, fine. They're opening up their king. So I could even play a6 or c6 next. If they take with the knight, well, they open the b file anyways. About b4. Let me go b4. At the end of the day, I feel like I'm ready to attack that king. They're not fully developed yet. Okay, so I take. Yeah, I just want to bring the queen over, and that's the end of it. I feel like I'm gonna get to their king before they get to my king. I think so. Yeah, check. If they go here, well, all I saw was that I could take again with check. If they go here, well, that's the end. The rook comes in with check. Oop. Yeah, I guess that's it. Oh, they could still go here, right? Yeah, they resigned. All right, so we got that one. Pretty straightforward. We go to the next one. We made it to 1139. Black pieces again. All right. Pierce defense it is. Well, we still don't know. If they play c4 at any moment, it's going to be King's Indian defense. It's not a big deal. It doesn't really matter. Let me try this. I was going to play bishop g4, but let me strike that center. An interesting move here that I don't even know if it's the move or not was c4. If the bishop takes, then knight e4. The main thing is, if you already went over Counterblow, you know, the main thing is undermining that center, just challenging that center. All right. We take. Let's see if they forget about this bishop. Okay, so now not only is this pawn pinned, and they might be putting their attention on that pawn, I'm also hitting the bishop from far away. A lot of people at this level might forget about the bishop. They might just take first, liquidate that, and they are better. I mean, they're okay, but no, they forget about the bishop. They forget about the bishop. Okay, they couldn't care less about the bishop. All right, we're up a piece and a pawn. And on top of that, they got no compensation. All right, we keep bringing pieces. Just trying to get to f4. I know c takes e4 comes in, but then I'm threatening checkmate here in one move. I'm hitting the bishop. I'm threatening checkmate. I'm threatening to take on h3 with check. What to do, what to do. This seems to be like the move, but what if there's something better? What if I take... who am I kidding? Now the pawn is pinned. I'm also hitting d4. Everything collapses now. It's just too much. That's it. That's it. All right, we made it to 11:48. All right, we're playing a 12:58. We're gonna do our Stonewall attack. This looks like the ideal setup when they play 6. Controlling the e4 square. Let me play c3. If they play c4, I go back. There we go. Uh-oh, straight out of our chessable course, my friends. That's it. If they castle, we got them. Let me go queen f3. There's an interesting idea. A student of mine, Sam, he likes to do it, which is rook f3 and do that first. But they haven't committed yet. All right, let's go with it. By now, my opponent has to be concerned. g4, they know it's coming. They don't really know what to do. If you think about it, look at it from black's perspective. It is very, very annoying. I'm sorry. Let me flip the board. So they just played queen c7. All right. We're supposed to play g5. That's a fact. And if they let us, we're going to sack. Oof, I think we got it. Is this it? No matter what, we're going to go with that. I'm not even calculating. Maybe this is not the exact same position, but we covered this in the course. That's it. It's very uncomfortable for a lot of people to, for the black pieces, they think, oh, there's nothing because they don't have a follow-up. And this maneuver with the rook lift seems very slow, but it works. It just works. Well, I think so. Yeah. What if I just go here? I think I could just take and I'm okay, but g6, no. All right, this should do it. This should do it. Am I missing anything? Let's see. If we're missing anything, this is part of learning the opening. But we have to be in good shape. We have to be in good shape. Besides, even if I'm in the wrong here, it's so difficult to defend. They have to find the right defensive moves. All right. I gotta play g6. I cannot find anything better. Okay, check. Check. All right, for all I know, I'm down a pawn, but I'm also very behind. Oops, sorry. I'm very behind in development. So what's the deal here? Okay, bringing more pieces to the attack. They cannot be comfortable. There's just no way. They cannot play queen f7 because they get checkmated. What's that for? Okay, I cannot say I'm behind in development anymore. Now I just need to bring my rook over. Yeah. Okay, I'm defending the rook more than anything else. I'm bringing more pieces. Now I'm threatening this fork because the bishop would be pinned. I mean, there's a lot of pressure here. If they defend all of this, great, but it just cannot happen. Okay, so here I'll be happy to get both rooks, but what if I do this first? Should I take here first? Nah, let me go with a fork. I don't know if it's better, but it feels better. Now, the king, if it goes down, we take with check. If it goes here, we go check, and then we collect the queen anyways. There might even be mate here. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so now let's get to the good part. Where did we mess this up? Okay, so 83%, not bad. One brilliant move by my opponent. I think it's when they took my knight on e5. Oh no, when they took on g6. Okay, so let's go from the start. From here. Okay, so castle, 95. All of this is great. Yeah, keep in mind, and we talk about this in the course, queen h3 is perfectly fine. g4 is not like it's winning, but g5, knight d7, inaccuracy. So they are actually, apparently the computer likes going to e4 better, just to give us a trivial. Okay, this is not bad. Okay. Now, how do I see self-analysis? Okay, we'll see that after. This is fine. So, okay, so far we are winning by 0.89. It's not checkmate. It's not like, I guess in the line that I give in the course, the knight is actually on e8. And it makes it more difficult for them to run away and things like that. Okay, so all of this is fine. I'm not wrong. We're still better. We have some advantage, and it's much easier to play as white. The black pieces need to defend. Apparently, I had to take on d7 first. Or it was a little bit more accurate to play on d7, to take on d7 first. So keep this in mind. They could take you. Okay, that's the mistake here. That's the mistake. So let me take a look. Lines. Let me go back. Instead, yeah, no, rook f3 is okay. So knight d7 is okay. A little bit worse than rook f3. So rook f3 is fine. Now here, I have to take f takes e5 right away. And then they gotta take again. They gotta give you the material. That's what it is. They have to give you the material. Yeah, because what else could they do? So they give this line. Okay, now I go rook h3. There we go. This is how we master our openings. Then they play f6. I gotta play g6. And we get into a very similar situation. Still 0.88 for 84 for us. This has to be better. But there's a lot of chess to be played. All right. Now the way I went, I made a mistake. Great move. I took the knight. I'm already inferior here. I should have taken with the f pawn apparently. Yeah, I keep doing. Oh, now I'm losing by a lot. They just have to take on e5 and end of story. I mean, taking on e5 with the queen, they took with the knight, and that's still pretty bad for white. Yeah, brilliant move. What should they have played? Yeah, rook f6, just kick me out of there, coordinate their pieces, and boom. Okay, here there's nothing better than improving your pieces, bringing more attackers to defenders. And this is what I mean. Yeah, they had a better position, but could they find it? Could they find the right defensive moves? Check. This is not even right. Rook f1, and then that was a blunder. That's it. Oof. All right. So main takeaway from here for you, for me, is that rook f3, when they take, just take back right away. Only then you go ahead and do the rook lift. And again, you play your games, you make mistakes, review, and that's how you become an expert at any opening. All right, made it to 1158. And black pieces, Pierce defense, counterblow. Pum, 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 pum. Okay, it looks like they're going to let us, boom, we covered this on chapter 1 of Counterblow. If they take me d5 and I get it right back, ooh, thank you. Now, there's a student of mine, actually someone who bought Counterblow, who contacted me for a private lesson because he was getting destroyed in this line at his local club. And he was like, people keep asking me, why do you play this nonsense? And the thing is, he was forgetting what I said in the course. You got to play h6 in that case. You want to confiscate that g5 square. Okay, so now you go bishop g4. There's a lot of pressure already because they open tap the rook. That f file becomes really nice for us. Give me that. Now I could do this move. I think I'm going to go with that move. Actually, let me develop first. It comes with a tempo. If I get that pawn and I'm hitting f3, oof, too much. Too much. Right, that's it. That was a quick game. New 3-2. That was straight out of Counterblow, guys. Nothing original there. All right, that's it. Something very interesting about this is that I've said it before, a lot of people are not, at this level at least, they're not that comfortable playing against d4. They mostly play against e4. But then those who have something solid against d4, when they see e3, it's like, that's too passive, that's nonsense. But okay, knight c6. I'm gonna do my, well, no. I gotta do my f4 because we don't want him to play 5. We welcome knight b4. We welcome knight e4. Now let me go 95, just because I'm setting up this cheap trick. In the other, getting breaking 1100, we get some games like that. Now they're trying to do the same thing to me. But we castle and problem solved. Okay, what is that for? Could go knight f3. I could ignore it. That's also a possibility. Let me play c4. Remember, this knight means nothing. A knight there by itself, it means nothing to us. All right, I'm taking here just to see how they're going to respond. Yeah, time to go, my friend. Oof, they took with that pawn instead. I was ready to see them take with the f pawn and then bishop e2. We talk about that in the course. What to do when they put the knight on e4. The knight on e4 by itself means nothing. I don't even need to do this. How about d5? Like, I was going to play queen b3. But how about pawn to d5? Their king is in the center. I'm threatening d6, by the way. Not even pawn takes pawn. I'm threatening d6. And if they take now, queen d5, and with their king in the center, I don't think that's what they want. Do they have this? That's it, too much. If they had played rook d8, I think I could even take it. They take me, and then that was pretty nice. I could have taken anyways. It's a queen pinning the rook, but this has to be stronger. This has to be stronger. Interesting to go for this line. So interesting to go for that line. Just because I'm a little bit behind in development, I don't want to go for that. But it could be nice. I'm up a piece. I don't need to complicate this, but let me see, just for the sake of take. You could play a 4. Yeah, okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you. What was the better move here? What was the better move? Queen e2, bishop takes e8 was the top move apparently. Definitely. Yeah, I was looking at f4, but it's not worrisome. All right, we got that one. Another success with our Stonewall attack. There we go. Remember, knight e5, I'm ready to play queen h5. If g6, knight takes g6. If pawn takes, then we take on h8. There we go. Boom, boom. Good. All right. 1174. All right, so just because they prioritized queen side first, I'm gonna insert c6. Okay, so what about this, my friend? All right, let me castle. Yes, they could still do this and castle queen side, but in that case, I'm ready to play b5 and so on. So not a big deal. Not a big deal. Let me go now, bishop g4. No particular reason. You could have played knight b to d7. You could have played queen a5. I just wanted to see if they forget about my if they forget about the bishop again. It's not gonna happen too obvious. So maybe queen a5 first and then bishop g4. A little bit trickier, but at the end of the day, we're not playing to win with cheap tricks. My queen belongs on a5 anyways. It is active. It supports e5. All right. What do you think? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a free pawn. Someone drops. I mean, at this level, again, either you or your opponent drops something for free before move number 20. That's it. Yeah, I can't. Well, the knight is pinned anyways. All right, they're saying, well, let me at least activate the bishop, right? But I don't think there's anything they could do with that. I might just offer the trade of queens right away. Maybe not. Now, something tells me solve this problem right now, because if they deflect the queen, then you lose the bishop, so gotta be careful with that. Taking the pawn, I don't need that in my life. Let me offer the trade of queens. I don't need to start getting more pawns and so on. All right, of course they said no. This move is tricky because I don't want that bishop to get installed on d5, but at the same time I want my bishop to go to d4. Yeah, let me do this with a tempo. 95 is coming with a fork. Yeah, this is devastating already. How much do we care about that? Hey, is this trapping the queen? If I go here and here? Ship trick? Ship trick, I know, but why not? Maybe they take the pawn. Ah, they did it. Yeah, now this is just too much. Yeah, too much. All right, so we made it to 1182. Let's go to the next one. White pieces. There we go. We're doing our 92 first, and then we're doing our Stonewall attack. There you go. There's no e5 for you, my friend. I'm not concerned about this knight. Where are you going with that? I castled. C3. If they play C4, we go back. If they take, I'm going to take with the e-pawn, keeping this under control. And boom. Powerful knight. You're not going anywhere with that. Queen f3. I'm doing the same thing with the same thing. I wonder if I should have played queen h3 just to try it out. Why not? Okay, we're playing a 1251. If we get him with that nice sack, maybe this was better. I gotta stop sacrificing. Yeah, this is coming. Okay, if I go here, let me see. I could always just take, but if I go here, I'm threatening mate, right? So how do you get out of that mate? Pushing the pawn, I go g6. This time I think we got it right. Now, if they take, do I want to take back or do I just want to get away from there? That's it. That's it. This time I believe, my friends, we got it right. The more we do it, the better we get at it. So now we know 98 is what's really, really bad for them. Woo! That was a good one. That was a good one. All right, so we know up to here. G5. Give me that. Give me that. Give me this. Boom. Wow. 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 Yeah, we can actually brag about this one. That was a good one. And again, this is just new chessable course, first strike. And this is just our ideal setup. All right, so we made it to 1192. Let's see. All right, it looks like we're playing a 1272. We get 10 points if we win this one, and it looks it's gonna be with the Stonewall attack again. There we go, ideal setup. What's going on? What is that? Well, let me do this for free. You know, it's enticing to go after the bishop, but I don't need that in my life. It's like that bishop has no way to enter. Wait. Is this a 1272? Oh, I didn't see that. I'm bragging here about this guy, and I didn't see that. Okay, but they check. They have 96. Interesting. Interesting. I did not see that. Look at that. We just learned something new here, guys. Just get out, get away. Even queen a4, followed by bishop b5. I did not see that. He was playing so bad, I didn't see that. Okay. We're still not losing by a lot. We got pawns for it. But what's the way to go? Move over. They take queen a4, knight c6, b5. They move back. I mean, b4, b5 means nothing. All right, we got no choice. I was so confident I was gonna win this game easily. All right. I'm not gonna get away that easily. It is what it is, my friends. We got 2 pawns for the piece that we lost. I'm glad that we lost it like that because that's a trick I'm not gonna forget. I hope you don't forget it either. And also, you can see how, even though I'm moving through the ranks here relatively easy, I'm not. I'm making these silly mistakes. I'm making these silly mistakes. So there's no. It's not like I'm way better than any of these players. I just have a little bit more experience. I have some principles that work for me. But man, missing that tactic hurts. It does hurt. Okay, maybe we get another pawn for it. Yeah. Fair enough. Okay, I got 3 pawns for the piece. Yeah, that's the defender of the bishop. It looks like we're gonna be okay after all. Okay, now we're winning by a clean piece. Actually, we're winning by 3 pawns. Right. All right. B2 or D2? Let me go to D2. I just had to activate this guy. Yeah, I'm up a bishop and a pawn. Yeah, this should be okay. This should be easy. All right, let me activate the rook. Only piece that is doing nothing. They have no time to collect. If I go here and you take, yeah, that's the way to go. That's it. This is a very dangerous pawn right now. Yeah, there's no way they're coming back from this now. It's not gonna happen. Yeah. Fine. Maybe it was not necessary, but just to speed things up. I mean, you could win this in so many different ways, but is there anything faster? Check. If they go to D7, then we got the fork. Yeah. Oop, it happens to me. Oh, no, yeah, there's no way. All right, so we made it to 1200. There we go. This time you can see the games both as white and black. We got a few times the magnificent bishop a7 sacrifice. At least to me, it's a big deal. I really like that. And then in this case, this is just very easy, very good position for white. But then I got ahead of myself. So yeah, that's already winning by 2.8. Here, take with the bishop first, they say. Still winning by 2.84. And then bishop c4. I made this little mistake to give him that. Unbelievable. Yeah. Yeah, here I had to give the material. They gave me a break at this point with knight c6. Still, they could play bishop takes c3 here and then take on e5, and they're in good shape. But that's it. Still, look, I thought I was way better here, but not so much. Oh, look at this. c4 was a better move. And then c5. Oof, interesting. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it here. I'll see you next time to see if we can break 1300, and then we continue little by little until we get to master level.